When you think about business and leadership, what do you think of as your superpowers? You have a fascinating background, in finance. You're now, building this, space media company. What are your superpowers, and how do you use those daily at Payload?
I would maybe say two things that I would highlight, and hopefully it could be helpful to others listening to this. And I think the first is when we first started Payload and the news came out, there were actually a lot of folks that hated what we were doing. And publicly were saying things about us and who we were and our capabilities of pulling this off. And we always took the approach, and it's a genuine approach of we're going to kill people with kindness. For us, like, there's just no need to engage in that type of dialogue. I think just you let your product speak for itself as you build it, right? And you just add value that way. So for us, I think that it's very easy in this modern era to like get into these like Twitter battles. It like happens all the time, and it's really silly, and oftentimes it reflects very poorly of those involved. So for us, it's just like don't stoop to that level. Like if you're going to publicly hate on someone, it's just like, hey, if you have feedback, let us know. But and it's okay, by the way, if you want to publicly. I welcome folks giving us feedback publicly. There's no problem with it, but we're not going to ever, engage and be mean to people. Like, that's never going to be something that we do. I think the other thing is, and we did talk about this very briefly on the original episode, is just this idea of focusing or sorry, not focusing on, but staying focused, but embracing sort of the boredom, right? And it's something that I really experience and I really want to highlight because I think a lot of aspiring entrepreneurs think running a business is exciting and there's always something new. And to an extent, it is. But the other side of the coin is really executing on the playbook. So, once you build the playbook, every day you just focus on executing and not deviating. And you can't be distracted by shiny objects, right? Like the new trend and just help make that distract you from the core business, right? Just focus on execution and ultimately building a profitable business.